Welcome in to the Fun Astrology Podcast. Thomas Miller, thank you so much for stopping in here on Friday, October 7th, right in the middle of Libra season. Boy, we are right about in the middle. Okay, so let's catch up on a couple of things this week. We've got a full moon weekend ahead. If you've been looking up in a clear sky, you know that it's, must be a full moon soon here. Well, yes, it is. On Sunday afternoon, 4:54 p.m., it will be in Aries. Now, that time is East Coast time, so you'd have to set your own adjustment to that accordingly as well. So that's Sunday. Walking it back, the moon has to be in Aries for that Aries full moon. So that happens on Saturday at noon Eastern time. The other biggie on Saturday, see, all of this is weekend loaded, weekend stacked, is Pluto turns direct from its retrograde path at 6 p.m. Saturday evening. So that checks off 2 of our 3 stations direct in the month of October. Mercury, already behind us. Pluto, tomorrow. Saturn on the 23rd, 2 days before the eclipse on the 25th. Now, we've been walking backwards through the weekend, so that brings us to today. One aspect in the sky, the sun opposes Chiron. Sun in Libra, Chiron, of course, in Aries. Little karmic tug in the air there of squaring up with maybe, perhaps, or a flare-up, if you will, of that wound that you carry through. You can use the tension of the opposition to take a big step toward its resolution. It's an opposition. Go in the opposite direction of your natural instinct, just like Libra finds solutions in Aries, you too will find solutions if you go in the opposite direction of that old karmic wound. My Chiron personally is in the 9th house. My wound was around religion, something that is there in various ways with me today. Now, let's kind of segue into the other thing that I wanted to talk about briefly today. I've had to miss a couple of days this week because of some health stuff, so that's been in my space this week. You know, there are some things that you just don't want to address, and then you realize your body is going to make you address them. Well, that's kind of what's going on here. So this thing with my heart continues to just be an issue, and it looks like I'm going to have to get some kind of procedure around it at some point here. Maybe sooner than later. I haven't wanted to, but it looks like that's going to be a reality. Now, here's the other kind of segue from that, is that I've been hearing from a lot of people, and I see stuff online from people that I follow and respect, that we are all feeling stuff in our heart. We're feeling a heaviness, we're feeling an urgency, we're feeling an unsettledness. And I'll tell you, this isn't making me anything different than anybody else. It's just I've had this for almost 10 years, this arrhythmia. And yet what it is an electrical imbalance in the heart. And I'm just wondering if this recent uptick in these episodes has been tied to an electrical, literally an electrical imbalance in the cosmos. The way that I was managing it is not working now. And all of that changed here just in the last, month, 6 weeks, something like that, maybe 2 months. But anyway, just an observation. But I'm hearing from quite a few who are saying the same thing, just feeling knocked off center in some kind of way. And this is an astrology podcast, so you would be saying, so Thomas, where is this showing up in the chart? Well, this is not some daily transit that we talk about on here. This is the macro picture. And yes, I would walk it back absolutely to January 12th, 2020. If you've been listening to this for any length of time, you know, January 12th, 2020, the Saturn and Pluto conjunction in the sky. Followed then later that year by the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in December that have kicked off, the two combined, kicked off these cycles that we are experiencing now. We will do a Ray Merriman newsletter tomorrow, yes, so we'll be back with that on the financial report. And Ray talks about the cycles because they also show up on Wall Street, which also is another area of obviously concern. People are feeling that too. Are we going to be okay? A lot of people online, if you've noticed, are starting to talk about a crash being imminent. You know, the people that are supposedly psychic. And I thought I caught one the other day. And because you look at so many things online, I don't know, but I've got my little antenna up now. And if you see any of these, I would love to know. Just maybe let me know on SpeakPipe or something. But you know how the news, you've seen these clips where they string news anchors from all different television stations saying exactly the same thing? I thought I saw this from one of the psychics, that it was like the same thing, different talking head. So I don't know. We'll see. Are we being postulated? That is absolutely possible. That Neptune in Pisces and oh my, in retrograde as well. Okay, so we've got a little bit of movement in the chart right now. Sorry for missing for a couple of days, but I just needed to square up. Okay, we will be back with Ray tomorrow. I hope you have a great couple of days. Celebrate this Aries, new beginnings, powerful fire energy full moon on Sunday. We've got the whole weekend to enjoy it.